U.S.-led war in Afghanistan is now the longest-running war in American history, and thousands of American, NATO, and Afghan troops have died, along with more than 43,000 Afghan civilians. The White House says President Joe Biden will tell the nation that America's role in that war will end before the 20th anniversary of the September 11th al-Qaeda terrorist attacks on the United States.
But I will say that the president has been consistent in his view that there's not a military solution to Afghanistan, that we have been there for far too long.
Psaki said Biden also believes the U.S. needs to focus its resources on fighting the threats it faces today, almost 20 years after the war began. Some Republican lawmakers were quick to condemn the announcement, even though former President Donald Trump had wanted U.S. troops out of Afghanistan by this May. Republican Senator Mitch McConnell called it a grave mistake.
A reckless pullback like this would abandon our Afghan regional and our NATO partners in a shared fight against terrorists that we've not yet won. It will also specifically abandon the women of Afghanistan, whose individual freedoms and human rights will be imperiled.
One analyst told VOA he agrees that this is a decision that shows disregard for U.S. partners in Kabul and around the world.
This opens up, I think, the gates here very clearly to a Taliban takeover. The government will not be able to survive very long without American presence.
The Taliban was also swift to react, saying they would not participate in peace talks until all foreign troops have left their homeland. The talks, to be held in Turkey, had been announced just hours earlier at the United Nations.
The Republic of Turkey, the State of Qatar, and the United Nations said they are co-convening a high-level and inclusive conference from the 24th of April to the 4th of May between the representatives of the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan and the Taliban.
It is not clear whether the talks would still take place. Afghan civilians are weary of the loss of innocent life in targeted attacks, such as this one in Jalalabad late last month that killed 3 women polio vaccine workers. Government officials in Kabul attribute most targeted attacks to the Taliban. Saine, VOA News.